be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play fake. Murray. Blitz coming and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray. Murray. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him,
look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 64 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
as a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Michael Pruitt. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his second year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches, none bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Murray. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray a give. This is Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. These two teams all tied after one. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board or in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will finally be take him out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
A first down carry for Henry. A strong running. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Henry again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 9, Murray trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on second down. Murray He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that now 2 interceptions thrown into the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing quickly. That's caught by Brown out wide. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 26 yards.
And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Got it good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Murray has the first down and more. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Murray off play action. And he fires one, but incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Murray and company going for it on 4th.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Murray now on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Touchdown, Titans!
Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 143 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Fertzel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Murray now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And Rondale Moore, a 2nd-round pick from Purdue. Only 5'7", 181, may have prevented him from going in the 1st round, but what a cerebral player, a great competitor, and his run after the catch as impressive as anyone had in the draft. Nice catch there.
And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Darren Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Check, check. Watch the D4. Watch the D4. Hey, shift. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. All right, T, let's do it. All right. Omaha. Check, yeah. Patch it.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey. Check. Check 13. Check.
To throw is Murray. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 2nd and goal, Murray rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Hey. Watch out.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, it was...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Caught by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Skolnick's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on first down, Murray flush to his right. And that's caught by Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Simple. You got easy. Check three. We got it. Mike's 5-4.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense,